I'm DJ Diya Anantharaman, music director and radio host of Unearthly Machine, here at KUCR Riverside 88.3, and I'm here at the music director's desk with my top release picks of 2024. Starting off, we have Pharmacon's album Maggot Mass. This is a harsh noise album. It's full of guttural, visceral soundscapes along with poetic lyrics on biological phenomena, and it's a wonderful juxtaposition of this commentary with sludgy, highly distorted, blown up audio. I'd highly recommend it for fans of shoo-shoo, death grips, and other similarly abstract, noisy acts. After that, we have Chatpile's album Cool World, and this is their sophomore album. I recently happened to interview Chatpile about this album, and they definitely had a lot to say about the album's themes and recording processes. A lot of hazy noise. It's simultaneously absurdist and very visceral. It's not something that you have to pull apart too much to feel completely entrenched in. The sound is huge on this album, and they did mention that a lot of the hazy washiness is due to microphones picking up everything at once because a lot of it was recorded in single takes. So if you're a fan of their previous work, God's Country, I'd highly recommend this album. It takes the dystopian themes from a more local scale on God's Country and blows them up to a global scale. After that, we have Nilüfer Yanya's My Method Actor. This album has beautiful vocal choruses and a lot of wonderful smoky harmonies in Nilüfer's sort of breathy but very expressive voice. It also features an array of post-punk drum styles along with some electronics thrown in, and it's thoughtful but dynamic. It's gorgeously layered. I definitely recommend this album to you if you're a fan of acts like The Smile or James Blake. Next we have Julia Holter's album Something in the Room She Moves. This is a gorgeous meditative album. It's got lots of introspective lyrics and glossy, ethereal soundscapes. This album is gorgeously arranged and features a lot of themes like wonderment. I did interview Julia Holter about this album, and she did talk about the process and the themes and things she was reading as well, so I definitely look at that if you'd like to learn more about the process of that album. I'd recommend this album to fans of ambient music because of all the expansive soundscapes it features as well as the quieter moments on it, and I'd also recommend it to fans of Jenny Hval. Up next we have Astrid Sohn's album Great Doubt. This album is serene and breezy, and it's gorgeously arranged. There's beautiful ambience in it, and I really enjoyed the use of strings here. I think the use is very creative, and there's layers upon layers of them. Additionally, I really like the juxtaposition of string textures against very stark, straightforward drums. I'd recommend this album to fans of ML Book, Anna Roxanne, and other ambient experimental acts. Up next is Alan Sparhawk's album White Roses, My God. This is definitely a more intriguing and surprising follow-up to his work with Low, Mimi Parker, and it's very glitchy and very auto-tune forward as well. I'd even go as far to categorize it, as I have in my notes, along the lines of hyperpop. It's definitely got his use of fuzzy drums, which I find common in a lot of Low's catalog. I definitely recommend it for fans of Low, of course, as well as other glitchier acts like Crystal Castles or 100 Gex. The last album I'll talk about is Tranza, released by Red Hot Org, and this is a beautifully lush culmination of work from a thoughtfully curated cohort of artists, including personal favorites of mine such as Mary Lattimore, Anna Roxanne, Andre 3000, Pharoah Sanders, Alan Sparhawk, who I mentioned previously, Adrienne Lenker, Ruchika Nair, Sade, and Yaya Bey. This is an incredibly important and relevant album. both thematically and sonically. It has a wonderful variety of sounds on it, a lot of really lush and expansive sound palettes. It's also a wonderful beacon of light in the trans community, and I'd certainly give it a listen. There's a lot of artists on this album, and you might just find somebody you're familiar with on there if you take a look at the track list. Thank you for listening to KUCR. This has been DJ Diya Anantharaman at the Music Director Desk with 2024's top picks. Here's to a wonderful 2025 in music.